So, a lot happening in the world of fantasy, horror, and cinema. The big news, of course, is Wolverine and Hugh Jackman apparently will be coming to the MCU for at least one film project with Ryan Reynolds in Deadpool 3. Now, what exactly does this mean? Will he be just doing a guest cameo? Will he be a major part of the story? Which version of Wolverine are we talking about? Still unclear, but apparently Wolverine, played by Hugh Jackman, will be in Deadpool 3. Very exciting news if you're a Deadpool and or Wolverine fan. But still want to know, what exactly does this mean? Will Wolverine be in, quote, the main MCU timeline? Will he be in his own universe? Will this be the film where Deadpool transitions from one universe to another universe? We've already seen with Multiverse of Madness, essentially Strange was in one universe with its version of Charles Xavier. Will this be a similar situation where we have a version of Wolverine, but Deadpool will come into the, quote, main MCU universe? Don't know. So a lot yet to figure out about how this will work exactly with the timeline. And then we turn to David Cronenberg and Scanners. Apparently, a TV series is being developed at HBO based on his classic horror slash conspiracy thriller. Now, I saw Scanners. It's a very bloody graphic, but very interesting work. I liked it a lot. I do prefer Videodrome by Cronenberg. I think that's one of his best films. And he is sort of hit or miss. But HBO doing this is very reassuring. This is very adult material. It has to be somewhat graphic for it to work. In the film proper, there were two male leads. Apparently, this will have two female protagonists as the main part of the story. We still don't know the entire storyline. It'll just be presumably two scanners or two psychics on the run being chased by some government force or agency. So, very interesting stuff. But again, it's only in the works. It may not happen. It's in development. And Cronenberg has signed on as the producer, but how much creative control he will have, we don't know. Still, the HBO track record so far recently has been very reassuring with House of the Dragon and Chernobyl. So hopefully this will also be a winner for them. Also being developed is the sequel to Cloverfield. Now, Cloverfield as a science fiction slash horror property is a little hard to get into. Basically, it has sort of a main entry, and this will be a direct sequel to that, but it also has essentially spin-offs or offshoots from the main film. So the Cloverfield universe is somewhat complex. It's hard to... This will, of course, be produced by J.J. Abrams and Bad Robot, and it does look like it's a very good creative team behind this one. But again, what does this mean? How good will it be? I've heard nothing but good things from Cloverfield fans in general, but it depends on what part of the universe we're talking about. Some people prefer the main film, some prefer the spin-offs. As a franchise, Cloverfield is a little bit all over the place and varies in quality depending on which entry we're speaking of. Still, it's very promising, and I want to hear a little bit more before I give any recommendations, but it's very healthy news that we're finally getting a direct sequel after all these years to the main entry. And M. Night Shyamalan is returning in the year 2023. There was a teaser released earlier, but not much else on this project. Apparently, it will be a sort of apocalyptic film with Dave Bautista leading a very unusual cast, but filled with a lot of good character actors and some up-and-coming talent as well as older faces. While the trailer provides a few tantalizing clues, we quite don't know what is going on. We just see a couple with some kind of orphan or daughter, and Bautista seems to be leading a group of fanatics. They will be asking the family to make some kind of major sacrifice to prevent what they believe to be the apocalypse. It's all very murky, mysterious, and very strange. And if you know M. Night, there's always a big twist involved, so it's very interesting. And I'm coming in fairly cold. Although this is based on a novel, I don't know the novel, so I really don't know what quite to expect from this one. And of course, M. Night is a bit all over the place. He can make some of the best films and some of the worst films in a very short amount of time together. So hopefully this will be one of his better efforts. I'm very hopeful this will work out. And finally, here's a preview of Scream and the mask that will be used. Not much else. It's not really a spoiler, but interesting what they will do with Scream. And there we have it. I will update all these things as more information comes to me. Thank you for listening.